welcome this evening to The Link as we continue to give you information that you can use. Tonight we are discussing still money, and specifically the system called mobile money. We're going to discuss the new regulations concerning mobile money and other things the central bank has introduced recently. And in the studio, I have Mr. Andrew Kawere, Deputy Director, National Payment Systems Department from Bank of Uganda. Mr. Kawere, welcome.
Thank you, Sam.
So recently, Central Bank issued new regulations for the mobile money industry. Take us through and why you have come up with those regulations at this time.
Thank you very much, Sam. Now, first, let me note that this is not a new regulation. This is a matter that is already provided for in the National Payment Systems Act of 2020.
Okay.
So maybe to remind our viewers, Bank of Uganda took over the regulation of mobile money in 2020 following the enactment of the National Payment Systems Act.
Okay.
And since then, we have seen significant growth in this payment platform. I can tell you that, for example, as of December 2023, more than 44 million Ugandans had cumulatively used mobile money.
Okay.
And of those, 24.7 million were active as of December 2023.
Wow.
Now, that is about 90% of the adult population and more than maybe 46% of the entire population of the country, which today is projected at about 49 million or thereabout. So it is very, very popular. Even when you look at the transaction numbers, today in the same year, ended December, Ugandans transacted about 230 trillion worth of mobile money.
Wow.
So what are the drivers for this? There has been significant uptake in mobile phones. There has been an increase in internet penetration in many places. And indeed, all of this has supported increased digital financial services in general. The recent FinScope survey noted that 64% of Ugandans are using digital financial services.
Which is like mobile money.
Absolutely. The main driver is mobile money. Okay. That's the point I wanted to make. So 64% of Ugandans are using digital financial services, and this is largely attributed to mobile money. So the platforms have become very, very popular, as clearly indicated by the active number of customers, but also the transaction volume. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Now, unfortunately, we have also seen an increase in crime because of the popularity. When you talk of 64% of Ugandans, that is 6 people out of every 10. Sadly, the fraudsters have also seen this as an opportunity. True. So we've also registered an increase in crime. This crime is mainly targeting those who are not very tech savvy and those who are not very well abreast with developments around technology. And most of these schemes have been perpetrated through false identification, through which people go to agent points and falsely identify themselves and withdraw money. Okay. So what the Bank of Uganda has done is to remind the public that, look, the National Payment Systems Act requires you to identify yourself when you are transacting on mobile money. And what the central bank has done is to recognize that there are matters to balance out. Mobile money is widely used because of its convenience. So the central bank has kind of rolled out a tiered approach, because we're saying that the identification is not for everyone. No. The identification is for those who are dealing in large ticket transactions, 1 million shillings and above. And for your information, these are less than 2% of the entire 230 billion I talked about. Less than 2% is on account of transactions that are 1 million shillings and above. So we think that there is no need for worry. Okay. First of all, the central bank is cognizant of the fact that majority of the Ugandans, 98%, are transacting less than 1 million shillings. Okay. And so the tiered approach is to balance the convenience for the majority and the risk around digital fraud, risk around possible money laundering. And so that's why the identification requirement came up.
Okay.
Yeah, and besides, it's also not only unique to Uganda. If you look around the region, this is actually happening.
Standard.
In Kenya, you must identify yourself with a national ID.
Okay.
And they don't even have a transaction threshold.
So what happens if I don't have an ID?
Sorry?
What happens if I don't have a national ID? What would happen? What would the agent do?
If you don't have a national ID,
yes,
we are encouraging you to, first of all, regularize your record. And if you recall, this has been a campaign the central bank was running with the Uganda Communications Commission.
Yes.
We've been asking Ugandans to go and update their national ID records held by the mobile money service providers. Okay? That is a campaign we've been running, and we still urge Ugandans.
Align SIM cards to national IDs.
Absolutely. Align the SIM card to your national ID.
Yes.
We know that there are a number of Ugandans who previously registered numbers in other people's names. So we are encouraging everyone to go out and align the records you hold on your SIM card to the national ID, your national ID. Yes, and in the medium term, the central bank is working with the licensed mobile money operators to roll out a biometric verification mechanism, which will be much more convenient for everybody.
Just put my thumb and I'm sorted.
Absolutely, something akin to what you do when you are replacing a SIM card.
Yes.
So that is already under discussion with the licensed players for rollout in the medium term.
Okay, we need to move because of time. The other question, if somebody died and they had left money on their mobile money account, 1 million shillings, for example, and the loved ones cannot access it, how do they access that money? What must happen?
If someone passed away, there are legal procedures of managing the estate. So the first thing that somebody will do is to go through that legal process of designating an administrator of the estate, which is really usually under the Succession Act, if I'm not wrong. So they will go through that process, and as soon as the estate has been designated and the administrator of the estate has been identified, or whichever legal person takes over that estate, that person will go to the mobile money operator, submit a claim together with the supporting documentation, and then after the mobile money operator is satisfied as to the identity and the legal representations that have been made before them, they will either refund the money, or if that money had been transferred to the central bank, they will ask the central bank to process the refund. Okay. Yes, that's
quite a process. Okay. Final question. Sometimes complaints can arise between me and the mobile money company, and we fail to agree. And I'm feeling oppressed.
Yep.
Where will I go? Where can I report to them?
The central bank.
Okay.
So the moment you have a complaint, raise it with the service provider. If they don't address it to your satisfaction, come to the central bank. The central bank is the appeal channel, and the central bank will take care of it. But even beyond the central bank, you actually have the option of going to court if you've exhausted the existing remedial measures.
You know how court is with with Wananchi. I'm thinking I'm in Arua. Coming to Kampala Central Bank, what do I do?
You don't have to come to Kampala Central Bank. We have a branch in Arua.
Okay.
We have a branch in Arua, but even if you are in a region that doesn't have a central bank branch, you can call the central bank. You can tweet the central bank. We are active. We are live on social media.
You'll get back to me?
Yes, we do. We have a whole team that is dedicated to those social media channels. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. We have phone lines. We have emails. So you can reach out to us, and the central bank will look into the claim.
That's a new one. You know, I'm feeling refreshed.
No, we are everywhere.
Having been around the central bank for a while, I know it was not easy to to write and then or tweet or whatever X, and then the central bank gets back to you?
No, the central bank is dynamic. We monitor our social media handles.
Okay.
But like I said, for emphasis, the first point of call is the service provider.
Yes.
Go to the service provider, lodge your claim, lodge your complaint. If you're not satisfied, come to the central bank and we'll be very happy to assist you. There are countless stories I can tell you of people who we have supported.
Wow.
In this case. Yeah.
Now I feel refreshed, totally. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew Kawere, Deputy Director, National Payment Systems Department. Because of time, we couldn't ask more questions, but you heard the man said if you have issues, even if you're not reporting anyone, if you have questions, go on social media accounts, on the X account, ask a question. He has pledged they will get back to you, which is very refreshing nowadays, wherever you are in Uganda. We hope we added value to you. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.